and but done well other than that.
Well, Pieto really got roughed up in his first start versus FIU as Jacoby Long digs into the box for the Canes. His second straight start out in center field. 10 runs allowed in 2 innings. Talented pitcher Pieto, we've talked about it tonight. His off-speed stuff is really sharp, and this is more of what you would expect.
But you could see the FIU Panthers hitters did take advantage of it last week.
43. LIU allowed 45. So that tells you a little bit about what FIU's offense was doing. And header were both 7 innings due to a run rule. Jacoby Long, now you've got speed on the bases with 1 out. He's going to work a walk, and he's always a threat to swipe a bag, too.
Yeah, he's a guy, if you're a pitcher, that's the last person you want to see on the base path, because now you have to pay attention to him, and you've got the top of the Hurricane hitters coming up.
Long last season, attempted 4 stolen bases and was successful 4 times. He's 1 for 1 this year. Short lead at first now. Long pause for Pieto, and he's going to look over. I think that'll happen again here in this at-bat. JD before the season really preached that Miami was going to be very aggressive this year running the bases. He said he wanted other teams to make Miami get out. He's going to challenge other defenses. Frozen rope out to center. It's going to hang out for Pippersick.
Yeah, and there's nothing really you can do if you're Villegas right there. You put the bat
for 1 for the Wake Forest transfer. Long stays put. Off-speed pitch misses outside.
Yeah, I'd expect to see Long to start to open up that lead a little bit more, try to find a way into scoring position with Costello and Cuvée coming up if they're able to get Costello on. Pieto doing a great job of just holding there and messing up with the timing of Long. A lot of young pitchers don't realize it's not about picking over a lot of times. It's about changing up the timing. If a hitter can, or a runner, I'm sorry, can get your timing, that's when they're going to steal the bases. But if you can switch up your timing, you really don't need to pick over there many times.
He's looked over twice, and I'll make it 3 times. Well, how difficult is that as a pitcher when you know you have somebody with Jacoby Long speed at first, but then someone with really good hitter Costello as well at the plate? You have to worry about both those at the same time.
Yeah.
And there he goes. Here's the throw down to second on the money and in time. Great throw from Power behind the plate to cut down Jacoby Long to end the 3rd inning. Defensive affair here through 3. 3rd of the way home. Was able to get through 5 innings last week versus NJIT. Oh, he got him with the throw, goes into center field. Getting the windmill and coming around second is Mastillo. Here's the throw to the plate and not in time. LIU ties it up at 1 in the top of the 4th inning.
As a former pitcher, that is one of the hardest throws to make when you've got a guy dead to rights out there, picked off, and you just don't know what to do with the ball. And you can see the hesitation there and just flings a ball into center field.
The throw is almost perfect, but just a little bit up the line. It would have needed to be right on the money. Great throw from Long.
Yeah, you could see it there. He had him obviously picked off. Dorian was a little late to second base. Rafe didn't really know where to go with it. But Jacoby Long made an amazing throw from center field, almost able to grab the runner coming around 3rd.
So after the walk and the E1, that's going to get pitching coach Laz Gutierrez out on the mound to try to calm Schlesinger down. Tall lefty Van Doren, who pitched pretty well through 2 innings as first pitch swinging. A fly ball out to center field. Jacoby Long short-handed out there for the 2nd out. And Van Doren was solid, but then once it got past that, Miami was really starting to be able to tee off against this LIU bullpen. If Pieto does stay on the mound to face Villegas and the rest of the Miami order, that'd be the 3rd time that they'd be getting a look at him. There is Jacoby Long at the plate with 2 on. First pitch. Swing and a miss. You've been all over the puns tonight.
I try when they make it so easy.
There's another long swing from Jacoby. It comes up empty again on the off speed to make it 1-2. The 2nd start of the weekend on a Saturday. And he plays in almost every game for Miami. 51 games last year, but just 13 starts. And comes in as a defensive replacement, a lot of times for Lorenzo Carrier or a pinch runner. Really good defense, good base running. 2-2 pitch is hit sharply on the ground to short on the second for one. Relay throw, there was a fumble, and it's not in time. Long's a tough guy to double up. It's got to be perfect to get him. It wasn't. Wade couldn't quite get it out of his glove in time, and Miami's going to extend the inning.
Yeah, you mentioned he comes in a lot as a pitch runner, and it's obviously, you could see it there with the speed that he has, because that was a frozen rope to shortstop, and he was still able to beat it out. Obviously a little bobble at second base, but should have been an easy double play for the Long Island Sharks. They're going to review the call at first, though.
Get our first review of the day. Umpiring crew, home plate umpire Gabriel Colon. Got Robert Nunez, Jose Revuelta, and Jeff Gosney as well. That's bang bang. Get a better look at it here. The ball has to touch the back of the glove. It's not when it enters the glove, it's when it actually hits leather. What do you think here?
You know, it's tough, and I always err on the side of caution. Obviously, it's got to overturn the call in the play, and there's got to be indisputable evidence that to overturn it. And this just looks like a classic tie goes to a runner situation where
the fifth. As it stands now, runners on the corners, and he is safe. Just like we thought, not enough to overturn the call. Jacoby Long uses his speed to beat out the ground ball and gets a chance for Edgardo Villegas here to add on 1, 2, or 3 more for the Canes. This is the third time through the order for Miami against Pieto through 6 innings with just the 1 run. Ready's the 1-2. This one's hit sharply into center field for a base hit. Off on the pitch was Power, so he's going to get to third without a problem. He's stealing on a 2-strike pitch, and it ends up working perfectly. After that UCF game in particular, both said there's no panic right now for Miami. There's no panic in the dugout when they go down. JD said it after the game last night when the Canes were down in the 8th inning. A team that stays level-headed. Jacoby Long starts things off for the Canes. First pitch swinging, fouls it off.
Serve them well as they go throughout the season. They're a team that no one really expects them to do too much, but they've got the talent if they put it together where they can make a name for themselves.
Miami doesn't really have big preseason expectations. Now it's going to be a 2-strike count to Jacoby Long, and Blake Sear said it straight up. 1-2 to Jacoby Long. Right off the end of the bat. Galley's going to underhand flip it for the first out.
Yeah, good job by Galley right there.